Not only do you need to be able to draw really fast, but you also need to be able to draw really well. That is to say, you draw really consistently and you hit the grip that you've decided that you need.
You may have previously learned a 3, 4, or 5 position draw. I use a very simple 2 position draw. Wherever your hands need to be on a stage, if they're down here, up here on a wall, maybe up here, maybe behind your head, wherever you're required to have your hands, the first position you go to is right here. I have a firing grip on the pistol, my left hand is over, so I can start my grip on it as soon as I pull it out of the holster. The second position will be on target with a sight picture. At full speed, it looks like this. The idea is, you don't want to move anything except for your arms. So any sort of hip twisting or exaggerated leaning like that, it just isn't necessary. So ideally, when you draw, you move just your arms. Getting your left hand over towards the gun, the advantage here is you can start gripping it as early as possible. So again, when you're at a match under pressure, you're going to have a better chance of hitting your grip consistently. It is very common that people draw the gun out and end up chasing with their left hand and missing their grip. So you don't want to be chasing the gun around. You start the grip as soon as you can.
I think it's really important to remember when you're doing complicated tasks like drawing or reloading is you just stay relaxed, both mentally and physically. Your body's going to be able to move a lot more quickly and precisely if you stay relaxed. If you tense up, mistakes are a lot more likely.
There's a lot of mistakes that people commonly make when they draw the pistol, where they don't take the most direct route out to the target. They draw the pistol like so and go up over the target and back down. That's commonly called fishing. Extending the pistol fully and then bring it up to the target, that's commonly known as bowling. If you want an idea of the optimal path from the holster out to the target, you can draw your pistol, aim it at a target, and without moving anything except for your arms, put the gun back in the holster. So you get a really good sense of the proper path from holster out to the target.
Every single time you draw, you want to hit your grip. When you're at home practicing, you can make marks on your hands with a Sharpie to give you some reference point. That's going to help you make sure that you're hitting your grip when you're drawing.
There's a few places where people commonly lose time drawing from the holster. The first place is reacting to the beep. So you immediately want to react to a start beep and go and get your grip on the handgun. Another place people commonly lose time is in the holster. So as soon as my hand makes contact with the gun, I'm going to go ahead and pull it from the holster. There's no need to push down on the holster to grip the gun extra good. The whole point is establishing an index point on that gun. Right, so as soon as you feel that the gun comes out, you don't grind the gun into the holster, push down, don't put any pressure into it. That wastes a couple tenths of a second. You can just, as soon as you feel your thumb on that index point, the gun comes out. It doesn't matter what type of gun you use, you can just establish an index point on it. So for competition, your draw is measured by the time from the start beep to your first shot. As part of that, you're going to have to aim at whatever target it is, and over aiming or under aiming, that is spending more time than necessary aiming, or spending no time at all aiming at a target that it would require some time to refine your sight picture on. Both of those will be problems. If you draw and you spend half an hour aiming at a target that it isn't necessary to spend that long aiming at and then press the trigger, that's going to give you a very slow draw time. And some people, of course, just whip the gun out and fire a shot without aiming hardly at all. And that doesn't work very well either.
So many shooters are obsessed with speed when it comes to drawing, and I'll admit, it's great to be able to whip a fast draw out in practice. I think if you go to matches and you see what people actually do under match pressure, you see that the draw times are much, much slower. So really think about how fast you can go consistently in your practice, and then you go to a match and you will be fast.
It is a common school of thought where people want to bring the gun up to eye level and then press it out onto the target. The idea there being that You kind of get your aiming started as soon as the gun comes up to eye level, and then you push out towards the target, refining your aim as you're pressing out towards the target, and then you start pressing the trigger as soon as you get the sights on target. That's a valid technique that can work for people. I don't believe it saves time. There's not really any evidence that it saves time, and it is complicated enough that it's not something you probably want to worry about at a match. Just draw the gun, put it on target, and then press the trigger.